Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm sitting here in my car and waiting, and I thought, why not just chat with you? So I had a quick question to ask you. Have you ever broken up with a client before? Yes, you heard me correctly, absolutely correctly. We might not think about it or say it out loud, but most of us have at least had one of those, that is client breakups. And you see, if you start thinking on those lines, you'll feel that freelancing is pretty much like dating. It can get stressful. We're looking for the right kind of prospects or proposals. We're trying to find the ideal fit of a partner or a client. And at the same time, we try to acknowledge their needs and similarly hope and plan it in a way that they acknowledge ours too. So it's like a mutually beneficial relationship, irrespective of whether it's dating or a client freelancer relationship. Breaking up with clients essentially means not working with them again, because some clients, when you sign them for some kind of projects, they're one-off deals. So you already know that this is a 3-month thing. Whereas for others, they are usually retainer projects which go on every single month, like social media marketing or management. But a breakup is essentially you deciding to not work with them in the future. Maybe you finish their project and would not like to work with them, or they would not like to work with you again, even if the need arose in future, or if it's of course a retainer client deciding to part ways. One of the main reasons of client breakups is not knowing the essentials of maintaining an ideal client relationship. Sometimes we feel we're doing everything that's needed. Still, it kind of goes south because we are not preparing, or we're not actually putting in the effort to maintain that relationship. Just like every kind of relationship, even your client relationships need to be maintained. And no, I'm not talking about sending flowers or doing other cute kind of stuff, but essentially with the work that you're doing for them, there are things that you can do to ensure that you're giving them a beautiful service, a beautiful kick-ass experience, which includes the results for sure, but also the way they feel about this whole arrangement. As freelancers, we want to find new clients and create new relationships for different kinds of businesses. You ask me what is wrong with that, and I'll say absolutely nothing. But one of the most underrated, effective, and at the same time less talked about growth strategies in freelancing is
drum roll, please.
client retention. In simple words, is just continuing the existing relationship you have with a retainer client, or if it's a one-off project, then either upselling them to something add-on now or in future. So basically, based on the kind of results, based on the kind of experience they've had with you in the past or in the present, they should ideally want to continue working with you, or even if they take a pause, they would want to come back to you. That is how you ensure that you are preparing your clients for retention, or you're putting in the efforts to maintain that relationship so that you can retain more and more clients. Because like I said, it is always talked about on how can you get new clients, but why don't you work on these low-hanging fruits first? These people have already trusted you enough to buy from you. If it's a product or it's a service, they have invested money and their trust in you, and they're already getting good results by working with you. And if it's a great experience, you ensure of that, then there is no holding them back from continuing this relationship. So the effort, the time, the money sometimes for client acquisition, or essentially what it means is to get a new client, is way more than continuing to work with an existing or a past client, because they're already sold on you. They trust you, they trust the kind of work and the delivery you provide because they've worked with you. So I would say, even if you've worked with clients in the past, there is a huge possibility of them saying yes to working with you again, based on, are you asking them? Because most times we don't. It's very important to understand the whys and the hows of client retention. Let's start with the whys first. First of all, if you would retain your past clients who've paid you good money already, they would not mind paying your increased prices or even anything else that you're upselling them on. So they are not price sensitive. They know you, they trust you. There can be negotiations, of course, depending upon the kind of collaboration that you're working on, but essentially they don't doubt you. So they would not haggle as much with you as someone else out there might. So the idea of being price sensitive is almost close to nil with your past clients or people who've already worked with you. It is definitely easier to pitch to existing clients because you already have a relationship with them than doing it for new clients. And the chances of you closing the client are also way higher when it comes to your existing clients. Now, these relationships that you have with these existing clients grow more with time, and so does the trust factor. So that leads to even better connections and referrals in future, as well as high praising testimonials for you. And next, we all know how much time, effort goes into client acquisition and then onboarding and understanding the business of a new client. So if you decide to work with an existing client and if you help them decide to continue working with you too, you will save yourself so much time, effort, and headache on the onboarding process, and you will cut time in terms of the research that will go into knowing more about the business and the testing phase as well, because you already know about their business and you're already working in it, so you know it and you can even design more effective strategies for them. And lastly, they will refer you. Yes, that's a true story, because I've had a lot of experiences of clients who were so happy with my work that they referred me to not just one or two but multiple clients. Like I got 3.5 almost, I'll say, because one was an add-on project that I was not even doing then, but I got 3+ referrals from just one client project that I did for 3 months. And then that continued on. Instead of closing after 3 months, we signed on something else with that client, and we had like a 2.5-year-old relationship with them, during which they kept on giving us rave reviews. They were super fans, and at the same time they were referring us to more and more people. You know what they say, keep your clients closer, but keep your retention clients even closer. With that, now I know that you know that client retention has so many benefits, but it all boils down essentially to doing kick-ass work, providing amazing results and a beautiful experience to each and every one of your clients. You don't look at them as referral machines, but you look at them as providing great work, and then of course that will open up opportunities for you as well. Client retention has so many benefits, but it all boils down to providing great work and an amazing service, which is something we deep dive inside of FGA, wherein we help you teach how to strategize for different kinds of businesses, how to create magnetic content that drives your ideal customers to you. Other than that, we've also talked in detail about 10x faster client acquisition strategies, and definitely on how can you improve the relationship with your client so that your retention and referrals increase. Now let's look at the hows of retaining clients. So here are some tried and tested insane ways of helping you get your clients keep coming back to you for more and more and more services. Number 1 is personalization of the experience. Do you ever wonder why Spotify creates a playlist just for you, or why Myntra gives you similar recommendations for items you were actually looking for? The reason is very simple. It is simply because they want to give you a personalized, wholesome experience. The first unwritten strategy of any business to get retaining clients is to help provide a positive experience to their client. And the best way to do that is by making every customer feel heard, by understanding their needs and providing them a stellar personalized experience. So just like Spotify and Myntra, you too can provide an extremely personalized custom experience to each one of your clients. And the best part, is that you don't have to go all the way out of your way to do something for them. You just do tiny tidbits or tiny bits of action here and there, and that will make them feel special. Here are a few ways in which you can make your clients feel really, really special. The first is actually a very simple one. You make them feel heard by understanding the root of their problem. You get deeper into their problem, ask them questions to exactly know what they want to help solve. The second is provide them extra support or an add-on upsell service as well. Sometimes they might say that they want help with A, but you can see that they're struggling with B too. So why not upsell them on B, and at the same time customize a solution for that will help make this a very easy decision for them. Another example of the same is that instead of giving them multiple reports of multiple platforms of multiple things, for example, if you do for them on social media, why not provide a cohesive report wherein just by going through that one report, they'll be able to go through everything. They'll not have to look at multiple places or independently open different kind of portals. The third is customize your email and DM conversations instead of copy pasting the same exact ditto things to everyone. Just customize it by addressing it with their names. A very simple trick like this can actually help feel the person reading the email or the DM extremely special and in a way that it's written just for them. This is a trick that is now used in newsletters and email automation softwares. Earlier, wherein they were just sent an email with something generic saying hey there or hi there, wherein now it's customized to say their name. For example, hey Tejal, hi Tejal is written to me in my emails that I get from different kind of businesses. And likewise, I use the same for my customers, clients, or even my audiences. The second tried and tested way of actually improving the retainership of your clients is basically living up to the basic client expectations. Yes, when they found you or when they reached out to you, they had a specific problem which they saw you or your service solving. So they have these certain set of expectations when they come your way, and you have to do this job of managing their expectations. Earlier, if you feel that the expectations are not around what will ideally work or what will be the kind of results that you can showcase for them, let them know before you sign them on. And once you do, ensure that you're able to actually fulfill each and every one of those expectations. So if you feel that they are not aligned to what you do, you have the time before onboarding them, before saying yes to them, to clarify. That will keep bringing them back for more and more of your services. Here are some basic client expectations you should be managing by working as a freelancer. Number one is match their deadlines. Make sure you meet your client deadlines. Then there never is a good reason to not do that until unless there's something that has happened. Inform them prior or ahead and don't make it a habit. Try to always meet your client deadlines. The second is keep them informed of the progress of their project or how it's going, so that there is no miscommunication. Sometimes you might be taking your time with something, or there might be something pending from their end, but you not communicating anything can cause a trouble. It can happen, but the best way is that even if there's a delay or there's any other thing that needs to be notified, ensure that you're telling them about the progress and informing them time to time of what's happening. If it's taking a longer time, you let them know what's happening. Otherwise, also keep them informed. And lastly, deliver your promises. Whatever you've said you'll deliver, act on it and ensure you deliver at least the same, if not more than that. The next way is to actually make your client's life easier. Yes, if there are some things that are needed to be done by your client, then ensure that they are informed of what exactly they need to do and how. A very simple example of the same is when I was working with clients for different kind of ad projects, there was always need for me to be added to their business managers, and that was like a 3-step simple process, but sometimes it got people confused because they were not knowing about ads manager and the business manager. So what I did was I created a one-time walkthrough of what is the exact process of adding me to their business manager, and I just recorded that Loom video, and to my every client I just sent that video when I asked them to add me to their business manager. This made it very, very simple and effective for them. I got a quick turnaround from them also. It made their life easier, so the entire experience that they had working with me was better just because of this one thing. Likewise, we did other things also that could make our clients' life easier, but this is just one example that I was sharing. Similarly, you can think of different ways of what do you need from your client, what is the kind of process that they need to go through, and overall, is there any way that you can make their life easier? If yes, fulfill it. But at the same time, I want you to remember that it's not that you have to make your client's life easier by screwing up yours. You don't need to burden yourself to make their life easier. If there are simple, easy ways of making their life easier, go ahead. But if this is something super complicated that's not needed, then don't do it. Don't screw up your time. Don't burden yourself. If there are simple things that you can do to make their life easier, go ahead with it. In the end, what I would like to say and share with you is that it's always good to keep getting new clients, but at the same time, it is very important, efficient and effective, and actually it simplifies your business as a freelancer to retain a whole lot of your clients too, or upsell them on other projects. So the best way of doing this is to keep both of these wheels working together. That is of client acquisition and client retention. Because if you're only focused on retention and sometimes something screws up, you are actually out of clients and you're not able to meet your income deadlines or income goals for that month. So I would say always be acquiring new clients or working on the process of getting yourself new clients, but not at the cost of not retaining your current or past clients. Keep both of these wheels working together and they will lead you down the road to a successful freelancing business. I would also love to know your strategies on what add-on things you do to make your clients' life simple or them feel better or their entire experience worth it. Let me know in the comments. I would love to chat with you there. And if you're interested in knowing more about online marketing, online business and entrepreneurship, check out the videos on your screen. Subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to tell me your thoughts in the comments below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.